All right, everybody, today we're going to be looking at a tape study for Canelo Alvarez, or Saul Canelo Alvarez, going up against Jermell Charlo. I think this fight is very intriguing. I think there are a lot of weapons that Charlo can use, and take specifically from the Dimitri Bivol win against Canelo by using the long-range punches. And this isn't going to be going back and forth between Canelo and Charlo. We're going to look at Charlo first and break it down, and then we're going to break down Canelo's options when going up against Charlo in his own right. So let's get it started. The first thing I'd like to talk about with Charlo is that sometimes he gets a little bit overzealous. He'll throw wide looping left hooks and overhand rights like you see right here, but he has a beautiful counter left hook which can lead into those overhand punches. Just like Canelo, Charlo can counter as the opponents rush in. You see there he uses again a beautiful check left hook, and then he doubles up with the jab and rips a right hand and a left hook to the body. He's very good with his footwork and being able to know exactly where he is inside the ring when he unleashes his combinations. He goes body head there with the lead hand, and again goes with the lead hand and follows up with the 1-2 off the hook. That leads to a barrage, but the 1-2 and the lead left hook are the best shots from Charlo, and that's usually what's going to lead to the finishing sequences. When talking about Charlo's footwork, you can see there against the southpaw, he's able to get the outside foot using the double jab and follow up with the right hand to the body. Again, he uses the double jab, slips a counter from his opponent, and then comes over the top once he gets the outside foot and cracks him with an overhand right, which drops his opposition. Here you'll see what many people believe to be one of the best executed 1-2s in the game, just straight right to the target, and it knocks his opponent out cold. You'll see excellent ring IQ from Charlo here as he lands the 1-2 and circles off to the side of the cross, but then is able to move left and right and use the lateral movement to counter with a left hook and also be able to stop the opposition from trapping him up against the ropes. Here he gets caught and he follows up with a 1-2 and another cross, and then uses that to again get back to the center. Sequences like this is going to get you countered against Canelo, big overhands and looping hooks. It would be better for Charlo to stick to the straight punches with his very well established and sharp 1-2. Here you'll see him use a left hook, then use the angle shift to follow up with a right hook, a left uppercut, and all using that to get the outside foot against his opposition while controlling the center of the ring. Using that again to push the opponent back, follow up with hooks and uppercuts. Here you'll see Charlo use the jab to the body to open up the outside foot positioning against the opposition who's in the opposite southpaw stance, and follow up with a right uppercut off the double jab or a right hook to drop the opponent and knock him out cold. Watch the beautifully executed 1-2 off the lead hand feint from Charlo, but watch his ability to angle off to his lead side to cut off the right exit door against the ropes. That's going to allow for him to control the center but also back up the opposition at the same time, showcasing very high IQ from Charlo. Watch the rear side angle shift off the 1-2 and the left hook to follow as the opponent is perpendicular. This is again showcasing high IQ and good awareness of footwork. There again a signature 1-2 from Charlo, following up with the left hook and the right hook up against the ropes. Here again you're going to see an angle shift, but it's more going to be outside foot positioning that wins the battle against the southpaw. Lead left outside foot, follows up with the 1-2, bink, nighty-night. When it comes to Canelo, he's mainly a counter striker who's able to execute his game plan off of the opposition's mistakes. However, he's very solid with his lead hand, whether it's feinting a lead hook to the body and coming back with a lead hook to the head, or just using the jab lead hook and lead liver shot if he's going up against an orthodox fighter. There you see him feint the right cross and follow up with the lead hook to the body. Here he'll go with the 3-2, then throw that cross out there to just catch the opposition off guard. Here you'll see Canelo use that right uppercut and double it up to be able to counter the lead hook of the opponent with the left liver shot, which drops the opponent, causing a big reaction as well. Here you're going to see a 1-2 from Canelo against the southpaw in Billy Joe Saunders. He can even mix it up with the 3-2. There you'll see an angle shift and a little shoulder bump to try to catch the opposition with a right cross. I would say Canelo's best rear hand weapon would be an uppercut backing up, catching the opposition either trying to lower their level or just off of a high guard where he can lead hand frame and follow up with multiple uppercuts like you saw there. Here Canelo's going to use that outside foot positioning to pull the jab of Billy Joe Saunders and counter with the right cross against the southpaw. Here you'll see Triple G be able to use the jab effectively and then pull counter and throw another jab, but Canelo counters with the lead hook. This is the reason why I said that I believe the jab is going to be the best weapon for Charlo against a fighter in Canelo, using those long straight punches which are harder to telegraph and read than the hooks. When talking about Canelo's love for counter-striking, you'll see him pull the right hand of Triple G and follow up with the rear hand uppercut, which we talked about as being his favorite weapon off both the lead and rear side, as you see him slip the jab of Triple G and follow up with a lead liver shot. Here you'll see Canelo feint like he's going with the left hook to the body and be able to catch Triple G on his exposed side with the left hook to the head. This is something we've seen him execute in other fights as well, like when he knocked out Sergey Kovalev. For as technical and beautiful a fighter that Canelo is, he does like to get into exchanges and just throw down with his opponent. I do not think that that's a smart idea against a fighter as powerful and technical as Charlo. And if Charlo is able to use that jab to measure and follow up with the right cross, like you see Bivol do in this exchange here, I think Canelo could be in for a rough night if those 1-2s connect on his chin when he tries to throw down. Like you see here against Bivol, getting on the inside and fighting a dirty boxing style of matchup and using hooks and uppercuts and overhands while pushing Charlo up against the ropes is something that's going to be very beneficial for a fighter in Canelo in this matchup. Even though we talk about the lead hand success and the rear uppercuts from Canelo, Canelo has a hell of a right cross that you see him shut the lights out on Amir Khan here in this clip. And we're going to go back here against pressure fighters as he uses that lead shoulder roll to follow up with a right uppercut, a right cross, and then a beautiful barrage of punches to stop his opponent. Canelo's very solid with the lead uppercuts and hooks to the body and the rear uppercuts to the head as well. This combination here of a diagonal cross feint into the lead uppercut has become synonymous with Alvarez, even being called in many boxing gyms by the Canelo.